no goals on YouTube. G'day YouTube, I've got a rather controversial idea, and I hope it's one that actually helps you in your YouTube journey, and I hope it encourages people to actually come back to their YouTube channels, the ones that people have started and then quit. I had a shower thought this morning as I was listening to another YouTuber talk about how the silver playbook placard you get when you get over 100,000 subscribers is nothing more than a paperweight if your audience, the viewing figures don't match at least 10-20% of that number. And it implies that those people that have subscribed to you, while they haven't physically unsubscribed, they're not actively engaged with your content. Now, I want to say thank you very quickly to those of you who do return to my videos, my returning audience, and that's the metric that I use most of all. I do look at the individual video views, and that can be somewhat depressing at times if you get less than 20 views on a video. But I also know that I'm not serving a certain kind of audience. I'm not doing what I set out to do originally, but I'll get there. So for this video, I wanted to encourage you to let go of the goals. You just need to be recording video. You can edit stuff out after. It doesn't matter. You just press the red circle button, the record button, and don't worry so much about the views. It's more about your presence here. And people get caught up in the numbers and the subscribers and the views or monetization and all those sorts of things. Now, those things are okay as goals, but the reality is that most YouTubers are not earning enough through monetization, AdSense or affiliate links or anything else like that to make a rent payment. Let's be honest, 100%, right? So what if there was a change, excuse the lack of lighting there, what if there's a change of focus to not having goals, even not so much as wanting to communicate and connect with other people? You still want to communicate with people because you're communicating a message, and the message should always be the major focus of your videos. But what if the focus wasn't so much on connecting with people, it's just getting a message out there, talking about an injustice, talking about everyday struggles, talking about survival tips and things like that. When I first started this channel, it was to debunk a few ideas. One, that YouTube was on easy mode. It wasn't. It was also to debunk the idea that somehow if you were over 40, you were being pushed out by the algorithm a lot more. This wasn't true. So I'm following a lot of creators now that started because of that idea, and some of them have been successful, but a lot of people haven't, and they've quit and they've drifted away because they had these goals or expectations. In fact, I might change this to be no goals, no expectations. And you shouldn't have expectations. I think you set yourself up for failure when you come at YouTube with the wrong idea. Not everybody's going to like what you like. Not everybody is going to see the value in what you value. They're not going to appreciate what you appreciate. I like looking at sunsets, for example. That's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Some people might like the doom and gloom. They might like rain, and I don't mind rain, except when I want to be somewhere and the rain's getting in the way of me being at that location perfectly dry and stuff like that. But You know, I think people get caught up in fame or trying to chase wealth when social capital is priceless. Someone came to my aid a couple of days ago, based on a connection that we had made on YouTube years ago, but we'd become really good friends through a mutual appreciation of a TV show called Red Dwarf. And she helped me out recently, so awesome stuff. Thank you very much for that. That helped a lot. But then the life lesson there was that I needed to be in a position where I could ask for help. There's a domestic happening. Excuse me for taking a break in the video there. That was very unexpected and it wasn't part of my goal. I try to do professional content where possible, but a couple started arguing, and they walked through the shopping centre. I went around it. I came out the other side, and they're still going, and it's F you and F this and leave me alone and all this sort of stuff. You're the worst one. You're the worst person I've ever met. All this sort of back and forth banter. And if you really wanted to end a relationship, I mean really, that's where you close your mouth, say it's over, and just walk off. The problem is they're following each other. They're still going, they're still arguing, still pointing the figures about, you know, who did what and who to whom and who's the worst of the worst. And yeah, it would be fun to watch. I think it would be really good, but I'm not going to invade anybody's privacy like that. But yeah. Okay, so this video went pretty much nowhere fast, but I just wanted to encourage people to let go of the metrics sometimes and try and reconnect with your audience and focus on the important things. But if you like what I'm doing, I'm going to ask you to like this video and subscribe, and the code word for today is Doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, because I'm on my way to the doctor now for an appointment. And this video here is for you, the best selected, and this video here is the previous video. Bye for now. Thank you for the support.